Hello, YouTube. I just thought I'd come back on here and talk about, Jinder Mahal again. So, to clarify some of my stances on my last video on what from where I was coming from with that video, like kind of hard to put into words, but what I was what kind of angered me about it was the whole six-pack challenge. Here's the thing, if you're a wrestler and you were being jobbed out a lot, it's kind of like a rut, kind of feel like Jinder Mahal was kind of being rushed by winning that six-pack challenge. So, and this stems back to a old school mentality of if you want to repackage somebody who's jobbed out a lot and make them a credible main eventer, this is an old school mentality that I have. You take them off TV for a 1 or 2 months. You bring them back. You have them win matches. You build them up. You build them up gradually. Then you introduce them into the mid-card title, like the United States, the Intercontinental. That's what those belts are for, to help elevate talent. After a run with that, this is what they should have also done with Roman Reigns. But that's another story. You put him in that run. You give him a run with the mid-card title. He's on SmackDown. You would give him a run with the United States Championship. And also, he's a foreigner, so, hey, that would also be pretty decent. That would also get him heel heat. Guy from Punjabi, India, as your United States Champion. That would be great for heel heat. Definitely with the American crowd. He's the United States champion, a championship for the United States, and a foreigner is holding it. It'll make it to where, but one thing, they're already doing that kind of thing with Kevin Owens, so, hey, this is why they could have just kept him on Raw and have him go for the Intercontinental title, so that's another mid-card title that he could have went after, so after a run with that championship, then gradually move them into the main event. But and then give him the title, see how well he can run. Then, after all that, of gradually building Jinder Mahal back up, give him the world title. Because, hey, that's how I like to build superstars. You build them up gradually over time, and then give them the run with the world title that they deserve. That's my old school way of thinking when building up talent. And one thing, I don't necessarily have a problem with Jinder Mahal. It's just it's my problem. I just have a problem with how WWE likes to rush certain superstars. Have them have a guy who's definitely not had the greatest win-loss record, and then they've had Jinder Mahal be the resident jobber on Monday Night Raw, and don't hand me that tag team storyline where he was with Rusev, because that storyline pretty much started dragging on. Hey, it was good at the beginning with Enzo and Rusev, where Enzo went in and tried to hook up with Lana, and then Rusev just beat the holy shit out of him. That was actually pretty cool. But, hey, it pretty much dragged along where it was just Enzo and Cass against Rusev and Jinder. And it was kind of dragging Rusev down. But I kind of get their point. Like he was kind of getting a rub from a former United States champion, but hey, like the storyline was kind of getting retarded along the lines. But hey, like I do kind of look forward to it, but I don't expect Jinder Mahal to become WWE champion at Backlash. I am more or less expecting Jinder Mahal to have like a bang out showing. Like I want him to amaze me. Like this is your first chance since you debuted in 2012 to main event a pay-per-view for the WWE Championship. I want Jinder Mahal to fucking amaze me. But if he does, I want him because well, like Jinder Mahal does deserve it. He's part of that one trope that is needed in professional wrestling. You got your American guy, and then you got your foreigner. It just fits with professional wrestling. Like Hulk Hogan had Iron Sheik. Hogan had also Sergeant Slaughter when he became that Iraqi turncoat, and I think like it was the early 90s, but that was during the Gulf War era. Then you also had the Un-Americans, Lance Storm, Christian, and Test. And then you had La Resistance with Rene Dupree, Rob Conway. But one thing, those stables were more or less mid-card. Like, they never really went anywhere. Jinder Mahal is pretty much that one foreigner that could go back to winning the world title. It's just, I just want to see how WWE books him, how he's booked, the storyline, how they book it going forward to the Backlash pay-per-view. I'm not against Jinder Mahal. I'm just against how they rushed him. Like the six-pack challenge thing is kind of running its course. I just think it kind of rushes people instead of having them being built up properly. But that's just my opinion. I do look forward to him to see what he does moving forward, and plus with the Bollywood boys that actually helped him win. I'd like to see if that like starts like a stable that he does. Like if that starts a heel stable over on SmackDown, because that would be cool. Like Jinder Mahal teaming with the Bollywood boys, that would actually be pretty good. But hey, can't necessarily judge off of one pay-per-view. And like, hey, this whole thing could fall apart and it'll flop like a motherfucker, like how WWE generally does their storylines. Or it could be a pretty decent storyline. It's just time will tell. And I hope Jinder Mahal gives us a damn good showing at Backlash and with the weeks leading up. This is just me being optimistic about it. So, till then, peace the fuck out.